then he gave him his world title match, which is probably going to happen at WWE Roadblock.
Yes.
And if you don't know what that is, that's the March to WrestleMania special that will be here in Toronto, March 12th. Mm-hmm. I think they've renamed it Roadblock. I don't know when they're officially going to do that. I read today on the sheets that they're going to do that.
Which is ironic.
Because this is called the Roadblock, because you never know, Dean Ambrose might beat Triple H for the world title, and then that would put a roadblock on the road to WrestleMania.
Which would make perfect sense to do it.
Also, there was, we took a trip to Bad Street, USA.
Yes.
Atlanta, GA, and
all that stuff.
The Freebirds are now going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Which, no shit.
Michael P.S. Hayes, Buddy Roberts,
this was their year.
Jimmy Jam Garden.
Yeah. And, yeah, you know what? After last week, having our little chat about the Godfather up there, I really wish that wasn't there. I can't take it seriously looking at the fucking Godfather. Because all I keep thinking is Hooker. It's plain and simple.
Although I'm pretty sure the Freebirds had their time. In their time.
I'm sure, allegedly, they're banging hookers left and right because, well, they don't even have to be hookers because, frankly, they were the Freebirds. They didn't have to pay.
They had to pay.
They were getting freebies left and right. So, it is what it is. But still can't look at it. Mm-hmm. Just can't.
I know. Godfather.
Yeah. You got 4/5 wrestlers I really respect up there, and then that guy.
Nothing against Charles Wright.
No, not in the slightest. But the wrestling. I'd rather him fucking go in as Papa Shango all day long.
Yeah,
I could respect that more than the wrestling pimp.
Yeah,
but anyway.
But the rest of the Raw was
pointless. And by the way, I didn't win anything on the roll up the rim. I'm very upset.
So it's just bad all around.
Just nothing is good here.
So that was Raw.
Yes.
Hopefully it's better. Hopefully they do what we just said. With the whole
because, again, if that happens, at least we get one good segment.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We end with ROH.
Yes.
Now we'll quickly run down ROH TV.
Yep.
From, 2 weeks ago.
Because that's how they're doing their website. And,
Roddy beat John Grisham in a TV title match. John Grisham, really good.
Yeah, very
Holy
good.
crap.
Very good. Very, very good, yeah.
When they say he might be the next Bryan Danielson, I'm
I could see that.
I don't know, man. Right.
That's a possibility. I'm not gonna.
He's wearing the American Dragon style tights, so I'm like, all right, if you want to do it, go ahead.
I can see it.
War Machine beat Bob Evans and Tough Tim Hughes.
Yeah.
Team Tough Guy. The Bucks got interviewed. They said they're bringing Omega with them to the 14th anniversary, and it's going to be a super kick party.
All right.
B.J. Whitmer beat some guy named Chase Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Paige attacked.
Yep.
They had a fight.
They did.
Adam Cole, House of Truth, Kyle O'Reilly, all talked and beat each other up.
Yep.
And then the main event was Briscoes beating ACH and Shelley.
Sure.
And we got a hug from Sabin and Shelley, and I have seen footage from the stuff that they taped post 14th anniversary, and we're getting the guns.
Well, 14th anniversary kind of solidified that.
Yeah.
So, not surprised.
Well, the hug was at the 14th anniversary.
Yeah, it was. I was going to say,
So, we're getting the guns.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Because guess who was in the ring with the guns in the picture? The Bucks.
Yeah, all right.
So, we're getting the Bucks versus the Guns at some point in ROH TV.
Okay. Well,
so
if we have to,
So, yes, the 14th anniversary show was Friday.
Yes.
9 matches, and almost all of them were fucking spectacular.
Yep.
This was a fabulous show.
It was amazing. It was just excellent.
I'd put it on the same level as Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. It was, again, it was almost all killer, no filler. There was one slight exception. And I wouldn't say slight, because it wasn't a terrible match.
Yeah.
Just not 5-star.
Yeah. Ishii.
Yep.
Opening up against Roddy and Bobby Fish for the TV title.
I gotta say, this was surprising.
Solid match.
Yep.
Solid work from all three guys.
Oh, God, yeah.
Ishii won.
There's the surprising. I did not expect that at all.
Now, granted,
yeah,
post this show, the next day they did tapings, probably for the span of a month.
Yep.
He might have dropped it there.
Might have.
He does one set of tapings on one day, and that lasts a month of TV.
That's the thing. We talked about that last week, is he won then, and then they do the taping the next day, which is a month of TV. So.
In fact, it might be more. Who even knows, right?
Yeah,
they could have taped enough for 2 months.
They could have, because sometimes they do that, because they can, if you have long matches and stuff like that, you do a couple episodes that are 2 matches, you can bang one of those out in an hour.
Yeah.
Right? So, it's entirely possible.
And this match was strong style.
Oh, yeah. I will say this: Ishii spent a lot more time on his back than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Like he bumped a hell of a lot more than I've ever seen him, pretty much in New Japan. But still, like he's still beating the shit out of the other two. So yeah,
it's crazy seeing him wrestle in an ROH ring.
it is really weird. It is not off-putting, but it is sort of like, well, that shouldn't be. Where's the advertising? Where's the he looked out of place. Not gonna lie, he just looked out of place.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
Like,
refreshing. It was nice to see because it's not the same thing I've seen over and over again. It's
because
new.
this is a new New Japan guy coming over and wrestling in ROH.
Yeah.
In a world where Ibushi is now gone, although I don't know if we've ever seen him wrestle. I think we have.
Yeah, I'm pretty
and Nakamura's
confident
gone.
Yeah,
we gotta have new guys. So
yeah,
Goto and Ishii stepped right in.
Oh, yes, they did.
And wrestled awesome matches.
Yes, they did.
At ROH. So yeah, Ishii won. Good for him.
Yeah.
Keeps the TV title, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, hell, keep it past the
more Ishii Roddy Strong matches, please and thank you.
Yeah, keep it.
Like
past
I said, it's
man.
the feud I never knew I wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in a fucking world where these guys the talent exchange is getting bigger and bigger with these two companies. If Ishii don't mind the travel, I'm sure they're paying him well, so keep the title on him.
There's a reason why when ROH comes to Toronto, it's a lot more than it used to be.
Which I'm pissed about.
Because they're paying these guys probably a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely twice as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
So I may not be going, which is a shame.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
BJ Whitmer and Adam Page. Was this the match you were talking about?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Not a bad match.
No, not a bad match at all, but I'm kind of in the same boat as the crowd. Like, BJ Whitmer,
We've kind of had an ass
I'm
full
done,
of BJ.
Yeah, I'm done with BJ Whitmer, and it's not just because his character, because he's a good heel, but I'd be perfectly fine with him, and here's where I'm going to differ from the crowd a little bit. I'd be perfectly fine with him being a manager. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like
Heat Seeker,
yeah. Just
like he was doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like as he was doing. Like I don't think I need him in the ring. I don't. He doesn't bring anything special to the table. I really don't think so.
No. And Page is good, I guess.
Page is a fine hand.
And Page is good.
Yeah.
He's a lesser Adam Cole.
Yeah, kind of. He's a fine hand, he's good. He's good enough. I don't think he's great, but he's good enough. Although at the same time, he definitely needed a better opponent than Whitmer, because Whitmer kind of dragged him down a little bit.
And BJ won, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so.
So it's just kind of there.
Match was kind of there.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
When you compare it to the rest of the
matches it definitely paled in comparison, so I think that is the biggest problem.
Hiroki Goto took on Dalton Castle. First off, Dalton Castle had a gaggle of boys. He did. Had a harem.
Yeah, he had a harem. It was... Wow. And he used them properly, too. Yeah. They were multiple steps to the fucking ring. It was amazing.
He's like, we're in Vegas, so...
Yeah, so I gotta have more. I love Dalton Castle far too much.
Me too.
Just, the man is just...
Because when the entrance is over, and the peacock suit is off, and the boys are gone, or, at the ringside, kind of just in the corner...
There's a great wrestler.
He wrestles.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler.
Yeah. Like, not just that
deadlift German suplex he does is impressive.
And that's the thing, he's not just a wrestler. He's an actual wrestler. Not like
Greco-Roman.
Greco-Roman style. Like, he knows how to wrestle, and you saw it a lot in this match. Like, he's busting out holds, he's fucking breaking out of shit.
He can give Kurt Angle and Chad Gable a run for their money.
Easily, and that's...
It's just weird because it's not coming from a guy in a singlet and he's solid.
Yeah.
It's a guy who looks like Freddie fucking Mercury.
Yeah.
But then he gets in the ring, and after he does his weird little dances and his weird little handshake and his weird little moves, he can wrestle you.
Yeah, it is fucking disturbing. I will say this, though. He did not do his little handshake. He actually shook his hand properly. Because
there's respect there. Like, listen, this is an actual Japanese. Like, this is not comedy. Like,
this is a real wrestler.
Not that the other guys isn't, but this isn't a time for comedy.
Yeah.
Like, kind of weird handshake.
Yeah.
Like, shake my hand, boy.
No,
this is going to be a match.
This is a real match. Let's do this. And it was fucking phenomenal. I loved it.
And Goto won, which is
Goto
smart.
did win, yeah.
Because if you're gonna bring these guys in like Ishii and Goto,
they gotta look good.
They gotta win.
Yeah,
so,
you gotta give.
But it wasn't a squash by any means.
No.
Like
God.
It gave it some time.
This is one of the most.
Dalton almost won a couple times.
This match was actually one of the more back and forth that happened all night because, and it wasn't like false finishes because the false finishes came in the fucking Elite versus Well, I don't want to say all their names. But that was the false finish match. That was false finishes left and right. But this match, like, it was all upper hand. Like, Goto got the upper hand, then Castle got the upper hand, and it was back and forth, back and forth. It was really, really
And they're
good.
putting Dalton up against some big names.
Well, it's because he's the most popular guy. Let's face it. I mean, as great, he's not the best wrestler in the company.
Although he might be.
He might, well, he
Pound
might,
for
he,
pound
pound for
wrestler?
pound, he very well could be.
He might be.
He very well
Which
could be.
is hilarious.
Yeah. But at the same time, he's definitely the most over.
Oh, yeah.
Because that guitar riff
The minute.
chimes.
Yeah,
The whole
crowd.
fucking place loses their shit. So,
The whole crowd.
that's why he's getting the biggest matches. Because, A, he doesn't have a title. So he doesn't have to, it's not like a foregone conclusion that he has to face, this guy from Ring of Honor or New Japan. He can face any big name that they can get their hands on. So, they couldn't really have him face Ishii, although, seriously, would watch that.
Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome.
Because Ishii is the Silas Young of New Japan. So he would look at this fucking fairy and be like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, and he would just start...
What was with the boys? What are you wearing? Why are you a peacock? Now I must kill you.
You could almost see him, basically Dalton does his whole thing, and, he's looking at this thing come walking in, and then he uses the boys to crawl into the ring. At this point, you would see Ishii just pacing back and forth, going, what the fuck?
I must murder you!
You must die now! But yeah, I mean, basically Dalton Castle's only feud that he ever has is Silas Young, which, keep that going. So yeah, he's the guy that they can trot out there because he's always going to get a great reaction.
And he'll put on a hell of a match.
And he'll always deliver as far as the match because he's never phoned it in even once. So
I've never seen him.
No. So he's the best guy to have. So I think that's why he's getting all of the big name matches because he's got no ties to anyone other than Silas, and they can drop that and pick it up anytime they need to because it's fucking easy as shit.
And Dalton Japan was fun.
It was. I love the crowd reacting to him because
they're like, what is this?
That was the thing.
That's the Japanese who are a weird culture.
Yeah.
And they're looking at him going,
what the hell is that? But I did like that he won them over. Yeah. He, over the course of the match, he won them over because they understood, because A, he's good, so they saw that he was actually good.
They had, Brasuke Taguchi, who he was teaming with, and they've had Nakamura, so they've had weirdos there.
Captain New Japan, dude.
Yeah, so,
you know it's... they understand weirdos.
They acclimated
him
to it pretty quickly.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guarantee you the next show Ring of Honor goes over there, he's going.
Oh, and I'm sure Goto is probably like, and he goes back, he's going to be like,
that guy. And they'll probably be like, you mean the fucking Peacock? Yes, that guy. Bring him. He may be the next fucking Michael Elgin.
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
Shelley and Daniels, solid match.
Yep.
Shelley wins.
Yep.
Kaz got involved, Saban got involved. Mm-hmm. Saban helped out.
Mm-hmm.
We got the hug.
Yep.
He put the
finger
under the thumb.
Hand,
guns,
so,
and Shelley smacked his hand away, gave him a hug instead of a handshake, and we got the guns back.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm down for the Murder City Machine Guns any day of the week.
Yeah, because, so, yeah.
Because that's taking me back a while, and I'm like, I love me some guns.
Yeah.
So, please, thank you. Versus The Addiction, too, on top of that.
Yeah, okay.
And Brian Kendrick was there on commentary, which was kind of weird. But
it was a little weird,
if you want to bring Brian Kendrick into the fold, that's fine.
Why the hell not?
Why not? Because I'm always down for a spanky match, too.
Yes.
Elgin, Tanahashi versus the Briscoes. Mm-hmm. Strong style.
Very, yeah.
Elgin and Tanahashi are a team.
Yep.
That's not a one-off.
No, that's a thing.
No, that's a team.
And
he signed for 2 years.
Yep.
And Tanahashi, let's be honest, is getting up there.
Yeah.
He kind of can't do the one-on-ones anymore, so if he needs to be in a team to take pressure off, Elgin's the guy. You get
Elgin, who literally can do all the heavy lifting. So, yeah. They kind of fit together like a glove. They really do. They're a really solid team. So, yeah. I'm cool with this.
Like, they beat the Briscoes.
Yeah. That's a thing, man. Like, yeah.
Like, the Briscoes are a deal, man.
Yeah.
Like, of course they pin Mark, because you don't really pin Jay.
Nobody's pinning Jay in the near future. The next time Jay gets pinned will be to lose the Ring of Honor World Title for, the third time.
Yeah.
Because, Jay don't lose.
Much.
Not really ever. But that's probably not going to happen. Either way, they beat the Briscoes. This was definitely to establish, hey, look at these guys. This is the team. Let's see where they go. Because now, again, this is the New Japan Ring of Honor collective, even though Elgin's now a Ring of Honor guy, or a New Japan guy anyway, but he's still going to be looked at.
He's still Gaijin.
Yeah, he's still Gaijin.